Now into the 10th race of Season 3. We have seen 8 different winners in the first 8 different races, with only one driver in the name of Nico Hülkenberg winning 2 races. It is qualifying for the Monaco Grand Prix and it's for round 10, and it is looking like it is quite wet out here already. Alexander Albon leaving the garage first and well, look at that, it is pouring down rain there. We see the helicopter flying above. I'm looking like I'm seeing a Mercedes in the pit lane coming out as well, so he could be the second one to leave. I'm trying to figure out which one it is. It could be Russell. It is George Russell. Lucky guess. Alex Albon starts his lap. He will have traffic there of McLaren as we head through the casino, through the tunnel, which is raining inside the tunnel, because that's how physics works. And Perez has been off track. They're going very slowly. I think Alex Albon could be involved in the back there. Alex Albon, Carlos Sainz, sorry. I'm looking for Carlos Sainz. There is a fire in the background there. It looks like Alex Albon will be around the final corner, but somebody's out. And it's Lewis Hamilton, the championship leader. Lewis Hamilton is out of qualifying and will be starting last place. Albon sets a 59.0 for the base lap time. Only Barron seems like the only driver who's on another. So is Charles Leclerc. It's both Ferrari drivers. Both Ferrari drivers are out. Where did that come from? I did not expect that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm assuming George Russell has lap time deleted or something, or the time sheet has gone off funny because he should be on a flying lap now. But it's not saying he is. Let's just watch him see what he does. He comes into the pits maybe. Yes, he does. I think it is only Barron who's the next one. Yellow flag sector 2 though, somebody else has gone off, and it is, I'm going to try to look for McLaren here, because I think it could be McLaren of, Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri's in the area. It's got green flag though, but Ollie Behrman's lap time has been affected. So I'm trying to see who really is the next one to finish the lap time for you guys. I can't really figure out who it is for you, because it's all jumbled up. I think it is, Fernando Alonso. I think he is the next one. I think Fernando Alonso is the next one. 4 minutes into qualifying, only one driver has completed the lap time because of all these yellow flags getting double lap times affected. But Fernando Alonso will finally come the second driver to come do it with the fastest sector 3, but he's 10th off Alex Albon. Hülkenberg goes to 10th ahead of Alex Albon. Then it's Sainz actually, sorry, we're going to Sainz. Sainz, who is going to be the next one. Can he beat Alex Albon and Nico Hülkenberg's lap times? The yellow flag sector 1. Does that affect anybody on the lap? It goes green flag, but Bortoletto's been into the wall at some point. He's lost his front wing. Hayes is also going across the line here. Hayes has also been in the wall. He's been in the wars somewhere. Hayes and Bortoletto go 8th and 9th respectively. Joshua Pierce will be the next one to complete the lap time. Only 9 drivers have got a lap time here. Oh, there's a collision there, and Pierce is in the wall, and he's going to lose a bit of his front wing as we're going ahead. Alex Dunn, no, Alex Dunn's lap time will not count because of the yellow flag. Only Berman goes faster sector 1, so he's going to be one to watch potentially. Doubt Joshua Pierce will be anybody to watch. He probably was coming to the pits. Yellow flag sector 1. Does it see anybody's lap time discounted? Vettel's out. Vettel's in the wall. Vettel was out of the race. Vettel out of qualifying, sorry. But Norris is Piastri's lap was affected by that. Berman is, there's a bit of accident there. Esteban Ocon's off. Esteban Ocon is in the wall as well. Berman's lap time will not count. It's only Lando Norris now. He's going for the yellow flag. Potentially. No, but I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think half these drivers are going to get a lap time in. Of course, Sergio Perez has first been on pole position for the past 2 races. Yellow flag sector 2. Norris is going to lose his lap time, I imagine. Who's involved now? I think it's gone green flag. I think it might have been a car from him. No, I don't know where Norris put it. Pierce is 5 seconds off the pace after his incident into the wall. Everybody who's in the pits is not going to get a lap time in. Everybody who's in the pit lane is not getting a lap time in, and Lando Norris is 10 seconds off the pace and he will not get another lap in. In fact, I think that's kind of it. Sainz and Bottas will start another lap, so they could potentially challenge for pole. Nico Hülkenberg can improve his lap time from Pierre Gasly I'm thinking only 10, maybe 11, maybe 13 drivers, because of only Behrman's always that lap, will actually get a lap time in. But only Behrman, he won't get across the line time. So it will be Bottas and Sainz, Alonso, Gasly, and Hulkenberg as the only drivers who will be able to get a Hayes, and Bortoletto just, who will be able to get a second lap time in. So many no lap times in this weekend qualifying. This is a very interesting one. So we will probably get a new random pole sitter. Can Valtteri Bottas take pole off Nico Hulkenberg? Carlos Sainz does, but what about Nico Hulkenberg himself? Can Nico Hulkenberg take pole back? Yes, he can just. What about Pierre Gasly? Pierre Gasly is important to watch here. Can Pierre Gasly take pole position off Nico Hulkenberg? No, he cannot. But Alonso cannot. He goes P7. Hayes and Bortoletto are the only two remaining. They almost certainly will improve their lap time due to the fact they were in the wall on their previous one and are so slow. Can Hayes take pole position? No, he cannot. But Bortoletto, Audi 1-2. No, Hulkenberg, Gasly, and Audi, and then Bortoletto. Only 12 drivers got a lap time in there. The other 12 did not. Perez started pole position for the past two races, but he's back at the back of the grid. Here we go then for the race. It's a dry race to start. Nico Hulkenberg on pole position with Pierre Gasly in second place, Gabriel Bortoletto on third. Fourth is Carlos Sainz, fifth is Valtteri Bottas. Good for him. Sixth, George Russell, seventh, Alex Albon. Fernando Alonso is 8th place with Sebastian Vettel in 9th, 10th Sonny Hayes, and 11th Joshua Pierce. The last driver to set lap time, championship contender Lando Norris in P12. Perez no time, Giovinazzi no time, Dunn no time, Piastri no time, Stroll no time, Ocon no time, Behrman no time, Antonelli no time, Hansar no time, Verstappen no time, and the two Ferraris, including championship leader Lewis Hamilton, at the back of the grid with no time. So it is going to be a very interesting race then. With only half the grid we're able to set lap times in qualifying, it is lights out, way to go. Now, I said a bit early, sorry. Nico Hulkenberg does seem to have a good start and have an instant lead with Bortoletto into second place. Gasly had an absolutely horrendous start, down to fourth instantly. Bortoletto is already looking at Nico Hulkenberg. Bottas is up into third place for Cadillac. Bortoletto on the inside of his teammate on the medium tyres. They're on fire, literally. Look at him go. He's on the inside and he's going back out into the hairpin, but Bottas is right there. Gasly is looking back on the inside of Valtteri Bottas for third place. He retakes third place. But Russell gets a 5-second penalty for causing a collision. It looks like Fernando Alonso. Sergio Perez is up to P10. The yellow flag sector 2. The crash there. Alonso, Vettel have collided, and there's two cars on fire as Alonso and Vettel collided. And Nico Hulkenberg leads after lap 1 with Bortoletto in P2 and Gasly in P3, Bottas P4, Sainz P5, 6 Alex Albon, 7th George Russell, 8th Sergio Perez, 9th Josh Pierce, 10th Hayes, 11th Dunn. Lando Norris is still in 12th. Verstappen dropped down behind the Ferraris. So your top 10 right now is Nico Hulkenberg leads. He's the only driver to win multiple Grand Prix this season, and he could get his third race win. And he's still quite low down in the championship compared to the rest of the race winners. Bortoletto is second place in this race. It's Audi 1-2. Safety car is ending. Gasly is third, Bottas 4th, 5th Sainz, 6th Albon, 7th Russell, 5-second penalty, 8th Sergio Perez, such a great start for him, 9th Joshua Pierce, and 10th Sonny Hayes. Anyway, safety car ending. Will we see Bortoletto trying to attack his teammates? Maybe knocks the tyres, but Hulkenberg already gets a 1.5 second lead to the front there. They're all a bit separated, but the two Williams are quite close to each other, with Alex Albon looking at Carlos Sainz. Fastest 63 was under safety car, so it will definitely be beaten, even the thing doesn't come up again. We're actually going to look at the Ferraris and Antonelli of attack Antonelli. Hamilton all over Antonelli there. He's just going to have to settle behind him, I think, after the casino. Maybe not. He head down into his next corner here. He's still looking like he's wanting to go for it on the outside into the hairpin. It is looking quite close, but he's going to settle it down behind him once again as he head into the tunnel. But we head back to the Williams battle. He skipped the yellow flag sector 2. Oh, the crash there! As a virtual safety car with Russell hit the wall and he's taking out Alex Albon. And that means it's 2 more drivers who are not going to finish this race. Russell hit the wall, rebounded, and went into Alex Albon. Perez gains another 2 places because of that. But that means Williams have lost another driver. VSC is ending. We're going to go back and look at the top 5 are separated by 10 seconds, by the way. That's mental. We're going to go look at this battle with Norris and Giovinazzi and Stroll. Stroll on the inside of Giovinazzi through turn 1. Up the hill now. Look at this. Look how close they gained to that McLaren. But Stroll on the outside of Giovinazzi. Stroll on the outside of Giovinazzi. Stroll on the inside. This building's in the way. Stroll is ahead of Giovinazzi. Potentially, maybe not. We see Piastri looking at Behrman on the inside there. Stroll is ahead, but we see Giovinazzi still looking at the inside, still on the inside. He'll have the outside for the next 2 corners. He'll lose the place. Stroll takes 11th place off Antonio Giovinazzi, as Behrman is also now on the inside. Oh, look at that! Giovinazzi round the outside through the tunnel. Brilliant move. Ocon gets past Piastri, and Behrman is up past Stroll too. Stroll seemed to have... Oh wow, look how close he got to the ball there. Stroll seemed to have no power there, as Piastri's in the wall, and so is Hadjar's in the wall. Hadjar's in the wall there, leaving another virtual safety car. I won't be surprised if Ferrari's finishing the points simply because of all these crashes. There goes go green flag once again. Antonelli is all over Oscar Piastri here. Oscar Piastri's tyres and just not seeming to be working for him. Maybe he has a battery issue potentially. Keep in mind, 2 Audis are quite close to each other right now. We'll keep an eye on that for you. I'm going to look at it now, actually. It's getting quite close between them. Potentially, Hulkenberg's soft tyres finally maybe dropping off compared to Borletto mediums. Look at that, Giovinazzi on the outside of Lando Norris for P10. I think these soft tyres are slowly dying out here as we get to lap 7 with the Audis. There's a safety yellow flag behind us. Somebody's gone off into the wall. I'm trying to find them all for you. It is Lewis Hamilton, I think. He's been into the wall somewhere. Lewis Hamilton's been in the wall. And that is our championship leader, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, I'm just saying he made a mistake. And yeah. So Antonelli and Hamilton pit on soft tyres. Antonelli gets a new front wing, so he was clearly involved in that collision. So I'm wondering if it was maybe the crash that caused them to pit and not the tyre wear. But Antonelli on soft, Hamilton put hard. The 2 Audis going through turn 1 now. It seems like they will. Oh, there's a collision there! And Hulkenberg's out of this race! Hulkenberg is out of this race. Hamilton and Hulkenberg collide. Hamilton was trying to let by Hulkenberg. I think he pulled off the racing line, but Hulkenberg also went off the racing line. So that led to Hulkenberg to collide with Hamilton and go into the wall. Sainz and Perez use this virtual safety car opportunity to pit. Borletto, could he become the 9th winner in 10 races this season? Even though his engine didn't sound great going through that hairpin. Perez also put in, he's in P6 still with fresh soft tyres. Podium sitting last race, pole sitter for the past 2 races. Perez, it looks like he's on a roll recently, literally. So Gasly pitting from them soft tyres. There's Carlos Sainz. I'm pretty sure he's the winner of Season 2's Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. He takes 2nd place and he's on fresh hard tyres. So he's going to be catching up to Borletto. He is only 10 seconds behind him, potentially be a threat for the race win. Virtual safety car though, because make sure it's not Borletto. Antonelli seems to have crashed into the wall. The SC is ending. We're going green on lap 9 once again. Hopefully we can actually get some green racing laps here. Perez is all over Pierce for the podium place of P3, but Gasly is right behind them, so maybe watch out for Pierre Gasly. And the race leader, Borletto pits. Where will he exit? He'll be exit behind Sainz. Will he exit behind Pierce as well? I think he will. He's still in the pit lane. He will exit behind Gasly. Will he be ahead of Bottas, right? Yes, he will be ahead of Bottas. So he's behind Gasly. He's in P5. But Gasly on the inside, Perez there for P3. Gasly and Perez side by side through the casino corners there, down into towards the Fairmont hairpin. Gasly takes third place as Carlos Sainz leads the race by 1.5 seconds off Pierce. Pierce is yet to pit, and Gasly is 3.3 off, 4 seconds roughly off Sainz. Well, 5 seconds now. That is, yeah, 4 seconds, yeah. As Bortoleto is all over Sergio Perez there. Sergio Perez's hard tires. So that's very wide for both Gasly and Bortoleto, as Bortoleto is looking all over Perez to try to steal 4th place off him potentially. Bortoleto's also got Valtteri Bottas chasing him down as Gasly cruises past Pierce and is 5.3 seconds behind. And 4.7, the time machine I think is going to be funny this weekend. Must be because he suddenly gains 3 seconds on a straight and suddenly loses it all instantly. He strolls on the wall there in a collision. Giovinazzi gets rear-ended by Hamilton. And Piastri's facing the wrong way. There's a whole big carnage back there. Dunn and Behrman seem to be battling and stuff. Verstappen's into the pits. Oh, there's a bigger collision in the background there. Hamilton. It's again another collision with Giovinazzi. And they're still going. Yeah. They're going to have to get out of the way here though, because Carlos Sainz is going to be catching up. Hamilton's AI has gone mental. It's in suicide mode, I think. I'm not even joking with that one. I think it actually is. The Alpine Sector 1, once again, I think Hamilton is involved in another collision, is he? Carlos Sainz, hopefully. Carlos Sainz is the race leader! It's the race leader of Carlos Sainz, and we see Bortoleto and Bottas going side by side there as well. Carlos Sainz seems to have crashed on his own, I think, potentially. I didn't see him on the race map, but I think he might be on his own because there was no one else there. I guess Hamilton was there, but Hamilton Verstappen were there, but Carlos Sainz has he got front wing damage? He might have some tyre wear damage after that, but he did have a collision. Charles Leclerc comes into the pits. It's lap 13. Look how close Gasly is to Carlos Sainz going up the hill for Casino here. It is very, very close. Gasly just behind Carlos Sainz. He was side by side with him a little bit there, and he's behind him into the Fairmont hairpin. As Ollie Barron does come into the pits. Imagine will he exit ahead of Piastri? No, he won't. Gasly has lost quite a bit of time too, as Lewis Hamilton also comes in the pits, but to Carlos Sainz, as Perez is kind of caught up to Gasly, but Bortoleto's caught up to Perez. I can't imagine Perez's tyres got much left in them, he'll probably have to pit soon. He's not getting to the end, that's for sure, as Bortoleto is all over. Yeah, I knew it'd be happening here, yes, I called it. Perez comes into the pits. Hamilton seems to collide to Verstappen once again. No, I actually think Hamilton's been lapped by the whole entire field. Because he is not. His time is not linking up to the timing sheet. Yeah, I think he has been. I think he's on lap 13. He's probably going to lap 14. And I think Verstappen potentially also been lapped. Yeah, Verstappen's also been lapped. It's not Verstappen from him. No, it wasn't Verstappen from him, that was Pierce. It was, I thought it was Verstappen. That's interesting. Okay, so yeah, maybe he's not been lapped by the whole field. I don't actually know what's going on with where they are and stuff. Piastri and Dunn pit. Keep in mind, Sergio Perez is 12 seconds off the race, 13 seconds off the race lead. So if Sainz does pit again, or any of these guys in the top 4 do pit again, which there's a chance of doing, Sergio Perez in the top 5 star as well, Sergio Perez can inherit the race lead. Charles Leclerc pits after 3 laps in them soft tyres for another set of soft tyres. The yellow flag sector 1, I think there's a crash with Behrman is out of his race. Behrman is out of his race, he's facing the wrong way there, you see. Ollie Behrman is out of his race. Lap 18 out of 19, and Sainz's tyres are 10 laps old, so I can imagine it's starting to die down for him soon. But R-CarsGames regretting their strategy choice with Perez. 5-second penalty for Lance Stroll, that builds his penalties up to 10 seconds. As we head into the last lap of this race, everybody in the top 6 has not won a race this season. It's round 10, and we're about to see, in the yellow flag by the way, we're about to see 9th different winner in 10 races. And it could still be Oscar Piastri, don't rule him out of it. If Sainz's tyres do go kaboom. I think Alex Dunn's been off. He does seem to be going slowly. But I think it'll be Carlos Sainz. He hasn't won a race, don't think, since Season 2 Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, where Williams got that 1-2. I'm pretty sure that's the last time was when he won. Well, here he is, Carlos Sainz. He had such a disappointing start to this season. First 10 races, he only scored 6 points, I think it was. Maybe just over that now, maybe 8. But it took him a long time to score a single point. And well, now he rounds the final corner. Carlos Sainz wins the Monaco Grand Prix for Williams. Gasly gets second, Bortoleto third. Bottas takes fourth, another great result for Cadillac. Pierce in fifth for Apex GP. And Sergio Perez, an absolutely high scoring weekend for Cadillac in fourth and sixth. Esteban Ocon seems to be the next one to cross the line in P7. His tyres also 10 laps old. Esteban Ocon, the highest driver up the order to win the race this season other than Carlos Sainz. Norris 8th, Sonny Hayes. Hamilton finishes this race a lap behind. Sonny Hayes in P9. 10th, Antonio Giovinazzi. 11th, Lance Stroll. Alex Dunn in P12. But Lance Stroll will drop down to P15, I think, unless... Yeah, P15. Here it is, Carlos Sainz, Pierre Gasly, and Gabriel Bortoleto are the top 3 for the Monaco Grand Prix. Carlos Sainz, Pierre Gasly, Gabriel Bortoleto, Valtteri Bottas, Joshua Pierce are in the top 5, with Sergio Perez, Esteban Ocon, Lando Norris, Sonny Hayes, and Antonio Giovinazzi rounding out the top 10. And Alex Dunn, Oscar Piastri, Charles Leclerc, Max Verstappen, Lance Stroll, Lewis Hamilton round up your finishing drivers. And Ollie Barron, Antonelli, Nico Hulkenberg, Isaac Hadjar, George Russell, Alex Albon, Sebastian Vettel, and Fernando Alonso all out. Mercedes failed to score points. Porsche score 1 point. Red Bull failed to score points. Ferrari failed to score points. McLaren score 4 points. So Lewis Hamilton still leads Drivers' Championship with 82 points for Fernando Norris and 78 points behind him. Then we got Max Verstappen with 74 points in third place and Esteban Ocon in fourth place with 71 points. George Russell was also on 71 points, with Charles Leclerc on 69 points. Nice. Bortoleto with 60 points after that podium. Alex Dunn also on 60 points. Nico Hulkenberg on 52 points. Giovinazzi 46 points. Only Barron 43 points. Piastri disappointing season for him so far, 41 points. Antonelli 35. Gasly 34. Sainz 31 after that race win. He had 6 points before this race. 31, so that pales him out the standings. Cadillac, Valtteri Bottas had a great race, going from 18 to 30 points. Pierce went with 29 points. I think he finished 5th, didn't he? So he would have had 19 points before this. So he has lost the place in the championship. Sebastian Vettel on 26 points. Sergio Perez on 23 points. Sonny Hayes on 20 points. Isaac Hadjar on 12. Alex Albon on 11. And Stroll and Fernando Alonso both on 6. On your Constructors' Championship, Ferrari, luckily they had such a big buffer, and McLaren did nothing this weekend, as they only scored 0 points this weekend, and they're still on 151 points. McLaren 119 points after only scoring 4 points this weekend, this race, sorry. Haas 114 points, Audi 112 points, Mercedes failed to score a point this weekend, this race in 106 points, Braun on 94 points. Red Bull failed to score a point, they're on 86 points. Porsche on 72 points. Cadillac on 53 points. Apex GP on 49 points. Williams on 42 points. And Aston Martin on 12. Guys, make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button for the Tuscany Grand Prix in Italy. Up next. And I'm also seeing here scrolling on these bottom tracks here. I am looking to think of what track I want to add to the next season. I'm thinking of a double header in Italy, potentially. Or looking to return to China. Or another race in Spain. There's 2 racetracks in Spain yet to be added, so I might add a triple header in Spain. Never know, guys. Make sure you like button and the subscribe button. Until next time, goodbye.